Time right now, 6:02, coming together as one following hate-filled events and violent protests this weekend in Charlottesville. One person is dead, 19 others are recovering from injuries. I'm Kathleen Stone.
Yeah, the disturbing images in Charlottesville hitting close to home for many of us. The big question mark this morning, how will state and federal leaders fix this modern-day war on civil rights? Good morning, I'm Alexander Balakia. Now, the violent events boiling over for some time. The chaos and carnage in Charlottesville all beginning late Friday when a federal judge ruled in favor of the Unite the Right rally to be held at Emancipation Park. Now, that judge's ruling comes after the ACLU and other organizations filed a federal lawsuit on behalf of white activist Jason Kessler. Immediately following that ruling, a white nationalist rally with torches sparking outrage.
That same white nationalist group clashed with supporters Saturday who want the Robert E. Lee statue removed. The rally turning violent with fights breaking out and people throwing rocks, even bottles, eventually becoming deadly when a car plows into a crowd in downtown Charlottesville Saturday afternoon, killing one woman, injuring 19 others.
And Governor Terry McAuliffe would then declare a state of emergency, saying, quote, "I am disgusted by the hatred, bigotry, and violence these protesters have brought to our state." President Trump would follow suit, condemning the hatred and bigotry and violence on, quote, "many sides."
Following that, more tragedy when Tuesday troopers were killed in a helicopter crash on the outskirts of Charlottesville. They were monitoring the situation below when it happened. The cause of the crash remains under investigation. Later, the arrest of 20-year-old James Fields Jr. from Ohio. Now, 2 Virginia state troopers were killed Saturday in a helicopter crash while assisting with the clashes in Charlottesville. The pilot, 48-year-old Lieutenant H.J. Cullen, 40-year-old trooper pilot Burke Bates, both died at the scene. Their chopper crashed in a wooded area near Charlottesville. The cause of the crash still under investigation.
Now, the unrest in Charlottesville making many people here in Roanoke very uncomfortable and upset. But from chaos to carnage to peace and prayer as faith leaders and community leaders joining in solidarity.
As WFXR's Amelia Fabiano reports, the theme of that vigil was peace and love as city and state officials gathered to once again condemn white supremacy and bigotry.
And now, Perspectives with Colors Virginia magazine.
And that brings us to this month's issue of Colors Virginia magazine, where even before the chaos erupted in Charlottesville, the editor, Melinda Payne, offering her opinion in the controversy swirling around the Robert E. Lee statue. In the op-ed, she talks about an experience she had with a couple of her friends and how she went about telling her friends why the statue should be removed. The publisher of Colors Virginia magazine, Robert Jeffrey Jr., here with us, and of course, Melinda Payne as well. Welcome, you two. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good morning.
Well, first and foremost, just the reaction. Melinda, I'll start with you. You had a great op-ed talking about your life leading up to your decision on why you would like to see the statue removed. But first and foremost, emotions still raw from everything that's happened over the weekend. What was your first thought as you were seeing this unfold?
First thing I wanted to do was cry. I think as a black woman, having lived in, as I said in my op-ed piece, for almost 60 years, to see the change, it almost feels like we are going backward instead of forward. And so, as a grandmother who wants to leave this world better, it's really disheartening to see that happen. And all you can do at a time like that is pray. You just ask for God's intervention and for Him to change hearts, for Him to get people seeing each other just as people and do away with the hatred.
Robert, what about you? As you were seeing it unfold, I know we talked over the weekend a little bit, but You're seeing this and you're saying to yourself what?